mothers are literally the worst parents on the entire planet. That's the first thing. And statistics back that. So over 70% of young men that grow up under a single mother in particular, end up in prison. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, 68% of young women that grow up under a single mother in particular end up a single mother herself. But when it comes to a two-parent family and a single father household, a young man has a 90% chance of never going to prison. And that is one of the biggest differences why we men have to go get our children from these freaking women. That is an issue, because the reason why so many of us are messed up is because we were all, or most of us, were raised by women, which are the worst parents on the entire planet, statistical wise.
Say he want a bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch. Yeah. Say he want a bad bitch. Yeah. Yeah, he want a bad bitch. Yeah. Yeah, he want a bad bitch. You know I'ma take charge, I'ma get what I like. Wanna do him, ain't no chasing nigga type. Bossy ass sometimes, bad bitch, I'm a wife. Nigga better act right, I'm like every nigga type. Say you want a bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch. I'ma grant that nigga wish, make him stand up on his shit. Ain't trying to commit, then your ass get dismissed. Pay my own bills, nigga, I just like when you insist. I ain't no gold digging bitch, man, I'm really on my shit. Face card always valid, and this pussy fucking lit. I just want some good dick and some time well spent. You can party with your niggas, I don't care about that shit.
If you women think we're gonna keep standing by letting you play us with this beast, you got another thing fucking coming. See, statistically, we can prove this today, that the black female, the so-called black female, is the worst parent on earth, is the worst mate on earth. And why is that? Because she has been handed a generational curse of committing high treason against her own nation. There is order that's supposed to be lived out by all nations, and you're looking at it on the screen. You have the king, the queen, the bishop, the knight, the rook, and the pawn. Life is just like this chess game that you're seeing on the screen. But what has happened is, when the queen of a nation betrays the kingdom and goes to the other side and helps this kingdom conquer her nation, that's called treason. This is the way we're supposed to be on this world stage as a people. King and queen and tribe, not single parent. You understand what I'm saying? This is an atrocity that's been committed over and over again throughout our generations by our women. And we tired of turning a blind eye to it, playing dumb. Real men are ready to take back over the position we are supposed to be in by birth. We supposed to be the leaders of our household, the protectors of our women and children. But you cannot protect anyone that you cannot advise. You cannot protect anyone that does not listen to you. Your feelings don't matter if you're guilty of this, because this is the reality of the situation, bitch. If you were facing an army, an opposing army, which you have been for many generations, and if this particular opposition offered you benefits and assistance, and you turned around and took this, it is called treason, high treason, because you're betraying your nation. You're not supposed to take anything from this opposing force on this stage here, because it's going to be to the demise of your people that you're taking it. You know what I mean? And if you can't see it this way, something's clearly wrong with you, because we come from people like this. These are the real Indians here, us. These people were not hooked up on this system. We wasn't always on this system. These people you're looking at here were farmers. They didn't have to bun their food out of jail. They knew better than to do that. They had crops in their yard. They had land, and they grew their own food. They didn't need the government's assistance. We don't need the government assistance if we go back to the blueprint that the ancestors lived by before we got conquered in the situation that we are in now. Do you think this guy right here would have been okay with his woman going out and crossing the street of the chessboard, the chessboard that we are on, called the world stage, and taking assistance from the beast? No, he would not be okay with that, because he know in his heart, the moment his woman starts to deal with the opposing force on this world stage, his kingdom is going to crumble. He's not going to be a king anymore. And she's the one that's going to be the cause of him not being the king. She's going to enable him to be dethroned. You get what I'm saying? If you're using public assistance to hinder the father of your children, when you look in the mirror, this is what you should see. If you use child support to hinder the father of your children, this is what you are. There's no way around this. We sick of this sisterhood bullshit y'all got going on. It's two different type of women, and we're gonna separate them from now on. I don't want to hear that. Oh, you talking about women, and he disrespecting women. These are not women I'm talking about. Being a woman is a position. We talking about the chessboard here. You're not a queen anymore once you go across the chessboard and become an ally to the opposing team, and come back to your side and try to be a conqueror over the man who you're ordained to protect. A queen on the chessboard, main job is to protect the king and the kingdom, not to conquer men, not to be over men, not to use the government to help her conquer the man and be over the man in a masculine way. This is a crime against humanity. This is a spiritual and moral debauchery. These particular type of women are brainwashed. They are victims. Let's get this clear. They are victims. This is a multi-generational curse that they've been placed under. They don't truly understand, and understand how this beast thinks or operates. Your DNA has been programmed for 60, 70 years to act like you're acting. It's going to take some opposing from the men in your race to make you see that this is unacceptable. This is totally unacceptable. It's unacceptable for a man not to take care of his children, of course. But a lot of this is being manufactured systematically, and we can look it up and prove that the woman has assisted this. She has assisted this in being possible by being clamorous and working with this beast.
Single mothers create feminine men and masculine women. Remember, a masculine woman is simply a traumatized woman. Thus, she passes these traumas down subconsciously to her offspring. Being a single mother is a trauma in itself because it forces the woman to have to embody her masculine energy. The reason it takes two people to create a baby is because it takes two people to raise a healthy child. A healthy child needs to see the balanced interaction of a feminine woman and a masculine man in the household. When there is only one parent trying to do both, the child won't know how it's designed to behave in a functional, balanced relationship. If the son sees the mother doing everything herself with no support, he will believe that the woman is supposed to provide, protect, and lead the family. He will then grow up emasculated and seek strong, independent woman, like his mother, to take care of all his material needs. He won't know how to take a woman out of her stressful masculine nature because he never saw a masculine man do that for his mother. Until he heals his traumas passed down from the mother, he will think his masculinity is toxic and forever attract masculine women who disrespect him and treat him like a son. When a daughter views the mother being the leader of the household while providing and protection completely, she subconsciously is programmed to believe that this is the way it should be. She will think independence is normal and natural and will try to be a strong woman. She will form relationships with feminine men that she has to take care of and/or lead, and will never respect them to the highest degree. Since she's never viewed a healthy, submissive feminine woman surrendering to a healthy masculine man, she won't know how to have healthy, balanced relationships.
Men, we are taking a lot of blame for how these new generation of men are.
Right.
But you got to understand this. These new generation of men are being raised by single mothers. Right. Single mothers are not going to teach you how to care for a woman. You only get that teaching from your dad. Right. Single mothers would tell you, don't let that hit you. I didn't raise no punching bag, hit her back. Your father would tell you, that's a woman, hold her, be good. Right. Your mother is not going to tell you to take care of a woman. Your mother's going to tell you to be self-efficient and take care of yourself. Your father would say that is your responsibility. If you ain't got no money, ain't no need to get no girl pregnant. You ain't got this, ain't no need to deal with a woman. Sure. See, what you're getting these beta males because they're being taught by single mothers. And we're taking the blame as if men ain't shit, but it's the single mothers that are raising these soft ass and then want to go back and try to find the original man.
But do you understand what you're saying?
I'm saying the teaching of how to treat a woman does not come from a woman.
I agree.
It comes from a man. Single mothers are on survival mode 24/7. They only know how to make shit happen when it don't look right. And they're gonna teach you self-sufficiency, not how to take care of a household.
Your mama is holding you back, and you need to get away from her. You see a lot of single moms do this. They like to treat their sons like they their husbands, and that's wrong. You see, your daddy left, your stepdaddy left, and her boyfriend left. So she's relying on you for that masculine energy. But that's not your role. You are her son. You have your own life to live. But you see, as men coming from single moms, we're conditioned to feel bad. We're conditioned to feel guilty. But it's okay, I'm here to set you free. It's okay to leave. It's okay to start doing you. You don't gotta feel guilty anymore. Just because your mama chose the wrong men, that's not your fault. Just because your parents didn't work out, that's not your fault, man. Live your life. Be free. Go out here, do your thing. Real shit.
A boy that's raised by his mother is a very, very, very emotional man. Very. And I've seen them all over the internet. They get very emotional. They'll kill you over nothing because they've learned to be emotional from a woman. They don't know how to balance emotions. Because you see one thing about men, when men parent, yeah, they parent off of like logic. So children can see the emotional parent.
And you go up and ask the mom and dad as well.
Yeah. So a woman will be like, stop doing this now. But the man will just be like, yo, let me see you do that again. You see that? You don't even have to shout. Let me see you do that again.
That's why these little guys shout so much.
Let me see you do that again.
If some of y'all men don't get these kids and raise them, we gonna be in some trouble. Y'all better get these kids from the mamas. Get your boys, especially get your boys and raise your boys. Get them from their mama. It's a whole lot of mamas messing up these kids, missing they. Someone don't even know who they is cause of who. They mama. I mean, daddy, if you would get your kids and raise your kids so they'll know who they is. I know what you're saying, lady. Why would you say that? Look, some of y'all know y'all don't know how to raise no kids. I'd be looking at y'all with these little boys, what y'all doing, y'all makeup and y'all dances, and I be looking like, for real? I mean, they ain't gonna know who they want to be in the minute. We already got a problem with that. Y'all men better start raising y'all, not just your boys. You better start raising your little girl. It's a whole lot of women out here, they mind ain't right. They perverted. They done throw you. You notice how they done throwed you away and put the child in your place. You know why they done that? Just like you throw women away and put your daughter in their place. Because you need something you can control. They can control them kids. They can't control you. Get your kids. But some of these women ain't right. I ain't lying. Some of these women straight messing up these kids. They emasculating these kids. Emasculating them. These kids don't even know who they is. Because their mama got them in front of the camera. I got them somewhere paraded around doing what they want them to do. And daddy, you somewhere hid. And you wonder why your son turned out the way he turned out. And your daughter turned out the way she turned out. Where you at? Get your kids and raise them. Go back and read that Bible. Go back and read it. It was a whole lot of men raising them kids back in the Bible. These children don't even know who they is. And some of y'all daddies starting to act just like these women. Getting up in here, emasculating your daughter. You can't talk to your wife and get her to do nothing. Oh, I'm just going to get my daughter to do it. Stupid. This is why we got these Gen X and Z and Y generation. You know why? Because you won't get your kids. Go get your kids. Go, look. Help raise your kids. Eric Mays done died. Point of order, point of information. My condolences to his whole family. Tyler Perry got that new movie out. It's like pouring on ecstasy, and you won't get your kids. Go get your kids. These women, look. If you ain't one of them women that ain't doing this, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to y'all who doing strange things to these children. And you think it's okay. And then you telling daddy, don't you say nothing, don't you do this, don't you do that. When one of them boogers come back and do something to you, don't call daddy. Don't even call law enforcement. Because you know what you did. You raised that demon. You sure did. You made that beast. You sure did. All up in front of the camera doing feminine stuff with masculinity sitting on your lap. That ain't how you teach no boy to be no boy. Then all of a sudden later, he up in the camera. Oh, this is how you do your makeup. Really? You see what you doing? You see what that spirit just did? It ain't no different from a little boy watching his daddy preach. And then all of a sudden, he come home and make him a little pulpit. That's a copycat spirit. Man, get your kids. You want to know what the Bible say about that? Go over there and read in the Old Testament. You know how, for those of you who read the Bible, you like, was they really throwing their kids in the fire? This is a spiritual definition of how people throw their kids in the fire and sacrifice their kids. When you don't raise your kids right, according to what the word of God says in the book of Proverbs, how you train them up, not in what you got going on, but in the admonition of the Lord. When you don't raise your kids up in the admonition of the Lord, you pretty much done threw your kids in the fire to be sacrificed, to be burned, to be crucified. Why? Because you walking in disobedience. Because you want what you want when you want it. Because you want to monetize off of them. Because you want the privileges after them. Because you want to be the favorite parent. Imagine it. The favorite parent. You suck as a parent. Yeah, I said it. You suck as a parent. If you sitting up here and train them kids up in everything you enjoy doing and not in the admonition of the Lord, you suck as a parent. Because everything you doing to that kid is gonna backfire on them. They ain't gonna know how, your kid ain't gonna even know how to handle life. You know why? Because you always there patting them on their back. You always cheering them on. Every time they fall and scrape a knee, you right there. Ooh, it's just a little boo-boo. No, baby. Let your kid go through some kind of experiences and not you. Stop trying to vicariously live your life through your kids. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Stop sacrificing your kids. Men. Real men come forward. I know the judge didn't believe you, did he? Your lawyer was kind of looking at you skeptical like, why you want to raise the kids? What you need them for? You see what I'm saying? Get your kids. Get your kids. Because these women, you understand what I'm saying? Some of these strange women, they doing something strange for a piece of change with your children. And then when your children get to a certain age and you trying to talk to them and they like, where you was? You weren't with me. You weren't here. You weren't there. You went everywhere. Get your kids. Let me tell you something. And this coming from my mama. See, you understand what I'm saying? When you leave them kids up in the hand of one parent all the time, that parent has the power to weaponize them kids against you. You understand what I'm saying? They will weaponize them kids against you. Them kids will come up against you. You don't want your own weapon to be formed against you. Get your kids. I seen a video the other day. The best thing that daddy could have done, even if he was playing, was to get his son out that video with that mama. Cause something wrong with him. Then some of y'all get upset because of Mother's Day. Oh, Mother's Day is one of the most popular days of the year. Why you think? Why you think it's the most popular? If you want Father's Day to be important, you know what you gotta do? Get your kids.
I didn't think I would ever live to see a day when adult black women, we're not talking teenagers, would go on the Instagram or the Facebook and put their naked behind to the camera for the whole world to see. This is an insult to all of us as black women, because people from all over the world look at that and think that that's the black woman in America. And they think that all of us are like that. So they come here already disrespecting us. We keep doing things to wipe our own self out.
We're paying single mothers more money not to have a man in the house than to have that married man in the house.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Because they want to exercise power, dominion, control, and punishment.
Yeah,
right?
because if the man's not controlling the house,
Uncle
something
Sam
else
is.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam is,
Yep.
right? So the woman's saying, I'd rather be married to Uncle Sam because he's writing me a bigger check than whatever you are. And so that allows Uncle Sam to exercise more power over the household than the real Sam who was actually in there who got booted because the woman had more of an incentive to collect the check from the government than she did from actually being a member of a stable married household. And that's exactly why fatherlessness has gone up dramatically over the last 6 decades, because you get what you actually pay for in this country. Now 25% of kids are born into a household without a father in that house.
What we're seeing in this day and time are the real men that a lot of these Jezebels, the 80% of women that are bad mates and bad parents, we're seeing the men emerge that they are asking about. When they talk about, where are all the good men? You're about to see a legion of them emerge. And what you're also about to see with that is them laying law and coming against all of these things that we have realized that you women are doing. You're gonna see a lot more order and drastic measures being taken, because we have realized that we're not only at war with these various other groups that are trying to mash us down to the ground. We have also realized that our women are covert operatives in this war, and we're not playing with you anymore.